Drug cartels use the exact same business model as McDonald's, and it's terrifying. They have a better understanding of supply and demand than most Fortune 500 companies. The coca leaf for cocaine costs just $400 a ton, but after the cartel's supply chain works its magic, that same ton is worth over $100,000 on the street. That is a 25,000% markup. How do they do it? They use a franchising model just like McDonald's, giving local gangs branded merchandise and training in exchange for a cut of the profits. This allows them to expand faster than any legitimate business on Earth. But here is the real kicker. The cartels have such a monopoly on their territory that even if the cost of their raw materials doubles, the price of their final product barely changes. They have created a completely bulletproof business model. The scary part is it works. The lesson here is not to become a drug lord. It is to understand that the principles of business are universal. And sometimes the most ruthless organizations are the best teachers.
That vanilla smell in stores is not an accident. It is a psychological weapon designed to empty your wallet. And you have been falling for it your entire life. Retailers have known for decades that certain scents can manipulate your brain chemistry and trigger you to spend more money. Vanilla is the most powerful of them all. It creates a calming effect, reducing stress and anxiety. This makes you feel more relaxed and comfortable in the store. When you are relaxed, you are more likely to browse longer and make impulse purchases. But here is the real secret. The scent of vanilla is also associated with nostalgia and comfort. It reminds you of your childhood, home, baking, and happy memories. So, this creates a powerful emotional connection to the store and its products. So, the next time you walk into a store and smell that sweet scent of vanilla, remember this. You are not just shopping, you are being psychologically manipulated to spend more money. The question is, what are you going to do about it?
Stores play classical music for one reason. It tricks your brain into thinking you are rich. And it works every single time. When you hear classical music, your brain automatically associates it with wealth, sophistication, and luxury. This creates a powerful psychological anchor that changes how you perceive the products around you. Suddenly, that $50 shirt does not seem so expensive anymore. You feel like you belong in this high-end environment, and you are more likely to spend money to prove it. But it gets even deeper. Studies have shown that classical music actually slows down your heart rate and makes you more deliberate in your movements. This means you spend more time in the store browsing and considering purchases. You're not in a rush, you're in a state of relaxed contemplation. And that is exactly where retailers want you to be. So the next time you hear Beethoven in a boutique, remember this. You are not just listening to music. You're being programmed to spend like a millionaire. The only question is, are you going to let them win?
Tipping was invented to control poor people, and we still fall for it today. The practice started in the 16th century as a way for wealthy landowners to reward their servants without actually paying them a living wage. It was a system designed to keep the poor dependent on the generosity of the rich, and it has not changed much since then. Today, tipping is a multi-billion-dollar industry built on a foundation of psychological manipulation. We tip out of guilt, social pressure, and a desire to be liked. We are not rewarding good service. We are participating in a system that allows employers to pay their workers less than minimum wage. But here is the craziest part. Studies have shown that the amount we tip has almost nothing to do with the quality of the service we receive. It is based on things like the server's attractiveness, the weather, and even the color of their shirt. So, the next time you are prompted to leave a tip, remember this. You are not just giving a little extra. You are perpetuating a system of economic inequality that has been in place for centuries.
Credit cards hack your brain like a drug, and the banks know it. When you swipe a credit card, your brain releases a hit of dopamine, the same chemical that is released when you take drugs or fall in love. This creates a powerful feeling of pleasure and reward that makes you want to spend more and more. But it gets worse. Because you are not spending physical cash, the pain of payment is delayed. It does not feel like you are actually losing anything. You're just tapping a piece of plastic. This is why people are willing to spend up to 18% more when they use a credit card instead of cash. The banks have designed a system that exploits your brain's natural reward system to make you a perpetual debt machine. They have turned you into a spending addict, and they're getting rich off of your addiction. So the next time you reach for your credit card, remember this. You're not just making a purchase, you are feeding a habit that is designed to keep you poor forever.